Hey everybody, welcome to a special video series that we've entitled 6 Keys to the Pass List. My name is Jackson Mumey. I'm glad to be with you and really excited about this upcoming video series. We're going to be talking about how you move from failure to success on the bar exam, and isn't that really what it's all about, is how to get onto that pass list. Now, I know something about that subject. Over the last 30 years, I've been leading and helping people just like you to pass their bar exams. In fact, at Celebration Bar Review, we've got videos that now have topped more than 1.5 million views. We've got over 2,700 subscribers to our YouTube channel, and for 30 years we've been working with people to help them pass the bar exam. People from all walks of life, all backgrounds, all circumstances, but who had one thing in common. They needed to move from the failure list to the pass list. And that's what we're here to talk about today. This set of videos is specifically designed for people who are in a particular set of circumstances. And what I mean by that is that you're in the right place today if you're a repeat bar taker. If you've taken the bar exam once, twice, maybe 10 times or more, you're in the right place. We're going to show you what you need to do in order to get onto the pass list. You're also in the right place if you're a non-traditional student, if you're a little older, or if you're someone that's been away from law for many years, or if you are someone that's just simply not what we would think of as the traditional 3L right out of law school student. Well, you're also in the right place because we want to make sure that you get on the pass list as well. Your voice needs to be heard in the bar. And if you're a foreign trained attorney, you're definitely in the right place because we know that's a group of people like non-traditional students and repeat bar takers that generally have been underserved, and it's often a challenge for a foreign trained attorney to be able to pass the bar exam. So we want to show you what you have to do in each of those 3 circumstances. The reason for this particular video series is that we've now received a brand new report that analyzes first-time bar exam passage and focus specifically on the uniform bar exam, but I think is applicable across the country. This report was prepared for the New York bar examiners very recently, and it's a study of first and second-time bar candidates to try and see what happened to people on their first time on the exam, and then if they were unsuccessful, what happened the second time. It was a 2-year study that was prepared by a group called the Access Lex Institute, and we're very grateful for their information, and we'll link to that in the notes. The study actually covers a period from July 2016 through February 2018 bar exam administration. So that's 4 bar exam administrations. And while it's a little bit of time, it's still very accurate, I think, and very insightful. And it is a statistical study. Frankly, I like the fact that we've got some hard numbers to work with, but it also included focus groups and lots of anecdotal information. And combining that anecdotal information and statistical study with my own experience over 30 years of working with bar takers, I think we can put together a pretty good roadmap for you in what you have to do to pass the bar exam. Before we get to what we're going to be looking at in a series of upcoming videos, I want to just overview for you a little bit about the survey response rates and the bar passage rates that we're going to be looking at. And remember, this is a relatively small sample, but I think it's a fairly accurate sample. And one of the interesting things is that on the New York Uniform Bar Exam, in these 4 test dates that we're looking at from 2016 through 2018, you'll notice that we've got an 82.5% pass rate for first-time bar takers. That's a pretty high rate, in fact higher than we're getting these days, but still pretty indicative of the success rate that first-time bar takers can have when they're given the proper preparation for the exam. But what's more important from our perspective is the bar repeater pass rate. Now you'll notice that during that same 4 exam period, the pass rate for repeaters was 48.1%. Unfortunately, in the time since February 2018, that repeater pass rate has dropped pretty significantly. And so one of the concerns that we have as a company that focuses primarily on repeat bar takers is what's happening to that group of people? Why are they having difficulty? And what do they need to do to get from failure into the pass rate? So that's what we're actually going to be looking at over a series of 6 different videos. In each of these videos, we're going to look at the reasons for failure on the exam. We'll break down one reason for each of the videos, and let me just overview those for you briefly. The first reason that the study finds, and that we're going to dig deeper on, is that there simply wasn't enough study put in. These will seem pretty obvious to you in some respects, but I think it's important to have them as a background. The second thing that we're going to look at in our second video will be having poor quality of study. Not just enough time to study, but the quality of the study just wasn't sufficient. The third reason for failure is a lot of wasted study time. We're going to focus on looking at what's productive and what's non-productive for you. The fourth of our reasons for failure will be negative study experiences that people had prior to taking the bar exam or even during their bar exam prep. We're going to look at the impact of that. And then the fifth reason for failure is what we would describe as deficient law school experience, whether that's in the actual classes you took or the experience or just the overall impression and experience of studying for the law. And then our sixth reason for failure will be external factors, things like family, debt, jobs, COVID, whatever it might be. And we're going to look at each one of these 6 reasons for failure in some depth in our own videos. Along with that, we're going to then take 6 keys to the pass list, each one corresponding to one of those problems. So we're going to look at 6 things that can help you move on to the pass list. Again, very quickly, the first one is spending more time in your study. The second will be having a better quality of the study that you do in the time that you spend. The third will be better time management. The fourth will be creating some positive experiences for you around your studies. The fifth will be looking at your law study and trying to figure out what you can take from it and what you need to carry forward and what you can safely get rid of. And then last will be how to manage the external factors, whatever they might be in your life. Now that's a lot of ground to cover, and so we decided to break this into 6 more videos after today's so that each one you could focus on as it affects your situation in your life. But I would encourage you to watch the entire series of 6 to get the full impact. So in video number 1, we're going to look at how you give yourself more time to study and why that's important. In video 2, we'll look at quality of the time that you spend and how to improve that quality in your study. Video 3 will look at time management. How do you manage your days and your study to get the most out of them? Then in video 4, we're going to look at the positive experiences that you need to take and to build on for studying for the bar. In the 5th video, we're going to look at legal education specifically and what you need to do and what you can safely forget. And then lastly, in video 6, we're going to look at a series of different life factors. So each of these videos is designed to run about 10 to 15 minutes and let you take a look at each of these 6 keys, break it down for you in more detail. All right, what's next? If you're interested in what we've been talking about today, I'm going to encourage you to go on to the next video in the series. We'll link to it in the notes. But we also encourage you to visit celebrationbarreview.com and find out more about what we do and how we help people move onto the pass list. While you're there, we would encourage you to sign up for our free ebook. It's called How to Study for the Bar Exam, and it will give you a series of actionable ideas and tips that you can use in order to make your next bar exam the last bar exam. And then finally, step 3 will be a free consultation. We're going to invite you to set up a free 20-minute call with me just to talk about your studies and what's going on and what you need to do. So we're going to encourage you to visit the website, get your free book, sign up for the free consultation, and then watch the next video. I'm excited to share with you these 6 steps to moving from failure onto the pass list. We'll see you inside the next video.